What's going on, guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here. Welcome and good morning. Welcome back to another Tea Talk. I'm ready for today. I'm hyped. Okay, you guys want to know why I'm hyped? Some of you already know. Most of you already know. All of you already know. Resident Evil 3 is getting a remake. We've been new. I'm not acting like I'm surprised, because I'm not. Ever since Resident Evil 3's new PR picture got leaked, we've been new that it was going to get a remake. And then they decided to cover up their tracks, which was just a silly excuse. And then bada boom, they come out with this. I'm absolutely loving it. So since I really want to see the trailer for Resident Evil 3 first, we're going to go through the bullet points of what we are going to be discussing today, considering the fact that I'm not going to be patient right now. Silent Hill's domain is up for grabs for $10,000. Xbox's boss is already playing Xbox Scarlet, and GameSpot announced that Pokemon were once human. Let that sink in for a little bit. Childhood ruined? Mine too. Okay, let's go. Let's watch it. Okay, so we already got an 18+ rating. This is a good start. It means that there's going to be a lot of violence. We're into it already. Let's press play. Let's not act like Miley Cyrus, Ariel. Okay. I'm ready.
I've never seen anything like it. I haven't been able to sleep this week.
You gotta stay strong. Don't give in to fear out there, right?
How did this
All right, calm
happen?
down, buddy. Calm down.
Send reinforcements.
No! Wait! Hurry up! Help me!
Oh my god. I'm starting to panic, girl. September 28th, Raccoon City. Wait, is it gonna be first person?
What the hell? How could this many people be infected?
This city is completely cut off, isolated. Don't look at me like that, alright? I'm not infected.
But right now it's got a hard-on for the only 2 stars left in town.
They don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
It's Carlos!
His office has to be in this direction.
Gets worse every night.
They don't want the world to know what they've done.
Oh, my head.
What's wrong with Umbrella? Get in!
I can't stop them all!
You gotta get out of there!
You guys are the ones who caused all of this!
No, wait! Oh, come on.
Oh,
We gotta be dreaming.
she looks so good! Okay, oh, Nelly. Wait, what?
Commitment, honesty, integrity, these are the core values that create the foundation for Umbrella Corp.
Oh, the Nemesis! Huh? 3/4/2020. Bitch, I'm ready. I'm so ready. Resident Evil also includes, wait. Oh, it includes Resident Evil Resistance. Pre-order now? Wait a second. Wait a sec. You can... Wait, okay, I don't have PS4. Wait a second. These graphics, though, I'm kind of shook by. Like, Resident Evil 3 was one of my favorite Resident Evil games, okay? At first, it kind of looked like they were going with first person, which I'm like, ma'am, no. Susan, you're not making it first person, okay? That's a no-no. But then when it started getting more into it, I was like, okay, so maybe they are doing like a third person perspective and bringing it like back to its roots and everything. The fact that Jill, like, she looked good. Okay, she's stunted. The graphics are amazing. They're so similar, and they are used on the same engine as RE2 and RE7. So listen, I need to take a coffee sip after that. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis came out in 1999, so I am really excited to see how they take not just the graphics, but the entire vibe and feel of it. Of course, it's going to change, it's going to mold, and games, I believe, are supposed to change and mold with their audience and grow with them. That's how a franchise is supposed to work. It's not supposed to stay stagnant, it's supposed to stay ever-changing and growing. This series has grown with us since the early 90s, and the fact that it is going through the times as eloquently as it is, I could literally like go into tears over it, because this game, this series, this franchise is my childhood. It makes me very proud and very excited to know that I'm going to be owning the remake of this game. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. Okay, I'm curious. I want to see if they have it online at GameStop, because you know your girl's gonna get a physical copy, okay? None of that digital download BS right now. And you know what's even funny though? I have Resident Evil 4 on my Xbox in a digital download. I'm getting that shit over in GameStop. Are you kidding me? I need to have physical copies of them all. So they have Resident Evil 3 Remake. have Resident Evil 3 Remake on Xbox. Boink, right over here. And you can pre-order it. You know what your girl's gonna do, right? This upcoming week, actually probably starting in January, she's gonna pre-order it. Now what they're also going to be selling, which I'm very, very tempted to buy, is the collector's edition of this game, which is the game itself for whichever console you have it on. And they have a collector's box, the Jill Valentine figurine, a map of Raccoon City, and it's $179 USD. Now since the release date is on 4/3/2020, I am going to be pre-ordering it probably starting in January 1st. And they actually have Resident Evil 3 Nemesis for the PlayStation for $11.99, and I'm very tempted just to get it, just to say, hey, I have like the original one. Like, that's how much of a collector of video games I am. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. I'm gonna be playing this obviously on the Twitch channel whenever it comes out in April. I can't believe that Resident Evil 3 is going to be remade. I know we all felt the same way. All of us in the Resident Evil community were like, we're just very nostalgic over the fact that 2 was remade, now let alone so close in time that Resident Evil 2 is remade. Resident Evil 3 is now getting a remake, and this is exactly what Silent Hill should have been doing. I know I'm saying it all the time, but this is why Capcom is such a great company, because they're actually remaking the games that people want remade. And now we have the first game remade, we have the second game remade, and now we have the third game that is remade. Technically, actually, I take that back. We don't have the first game remade in the new engine today, but we do have a remake of the remake of the remake, if you look at it. So we have the first game, then you have the remake, and then you have the remaster, and then you have the remaster that was put on Xbox and PS4 and everything like that. So you have the remake of the remake of the remake. I'm excited, I'm hyped, I'm pumped. I'm gonna be there probably January 1st ordering a physical copy. That way I can get it on pre-order. I'm really excited. So yeah, oh gosh, I better get into the other topics, because I could go on about Resident Evil. Y'all know this about me. I'm not gonna be talking about it too much, but the fact that we just went from talking about a franchise that literally wants its fans to be happy and remakes the games to a franchise that could not care less about its fans. This is just my humble opinion, obviously. Some of you might think otherwise. The Silent Hill website domain is going up for $10,000. Like I said in the beginning of this episode, I just said just that because I'm too annoyed to continue talking about it. We're not going to talk about it. Thank you. Next. Just putting it out there. If there were a Silent Hill remake, it would be iconic, okay? With the graphics that we have nowadays, God, Susan. Xbox's boss is already starting to play Xbox Scarlet, and I'm not even surprised by this. I mean, the boss of Xbox playing its own console. Call the press. What's happening? Oh, good lord. Now, it states here in the article that the dev kits are reportedly working and that Xbox's Phil Spencer is having a blast with the backwards compatibility. Which, I mean, they kind of leaked their own thing of where it's going to have backwards compatibility no matter what, which makes me a very happy puppy considering the fact that they are staying true to what they are best at. And even states here in the article that after a slew of PS5 leaks, the Xbox Project Scarlet rumor mill is finally beginning to gather steam with stories about its focuses, which we know won't include VR, which the fact that this guy, who's the VP of gaming of Xbox, can bring home a console, play it, and just be like, yep, I'm really enjoying this, and be like a fan of his own work is really, really cool. And it makes my heart happy. I know there's so much that I have in my bucket list to accomplish and everything, but like that's like a goal of mine, honestly, is to work with Phil Spencer, because for me, I love Xbox. Okay, you guys know I'm on the Xbox hype train. You guys know that I'm a fangirl for Xbox. So whenever I see stuff like this of him just really relishing and loving his own product, like that just makes my soul happy. It makes my heart happy, it makes my soul happy, it makes my brain happy, it makes my everything happy. And lastly, we're going to discuss today how Pokemon might have actually been humans. The fact that this is even a thought or a conscious mindset that they were actually human, kind of morbid, kind of living for it, because it's making the Pokemon universe a little more diverse in a way, but that's just me. It said in the Twitter video that I saw that Farfetch'd is basically like a delicacy. Well, not a delicacy. He didn't say delicacy. I'm saying delicacy because it's a duck, and you know, I kind of like ducks, so. I eat meat because I need to, because my iron levels are low, and because I'm an AB positive, so go eat a leaf, okay? He said in the video that Farfetch'd is basically carrying around its own garnish, which had me really laughing in a fit, because I'm like, why? The things you notice when you're an adult more so than when you're a kid, you're just like, oh, Pokemon, they're cute and they're fluffy and they're furry and you gotta catch them all. But no, there's actually like a really morbid side to the entire franchise. Whenever it talked about the Pokemon Spiritomb and the fact that there were 108 individuals encapsulated inside it in its ghostly mass, you know, the one that chases Team Rocket around, that one, yeah, that used to be individuals. And whenever you think about the little teacup, the one that's in Pokemon, the like the little poltergeist thing, I think it's called. And now that I remember it, it is poltergeist because its previous Pokemon form is Sinistea, which comes from the word sinister. And now that we think about it, all ghost type Pokemon would have to have been human, right? I mean, you don't get a ghost without dying, and you don't die without having something horrific or something natural happening to you. So it had to have been a person or an animal. Oh god. And sometimes poltergeist actually lets you drink from it, which, I mean, you know, if you like drinking spirit, that's, you know, not the alcohol, the actual kind of spirit, not spirit. I was pretending like I was drunk, you know, I don't pretend to be a good drunk. Now, if I'm remembering this correctly from the video, correct me if I am wrong down in the comments below, there is another Pokemon called Phantom where it actually is possessed by the spirits of children who get lost in the forest. Because a lot of the horror stories and a lot of the things that are really terrifying in movies and in games and everything come from Japan. And it wouldn't surprise me in the least bit that any of the lore that is from Japanese culture is used to create these Pokemon. I would not be surprised in the least bit, honestly. Like, it really, I mean, Japanese culture is rich with different kinds, like multitudes of lore. And before we get going today, there's actually something I want to mention before we end off the tea talk. Now, I'm trying to do this thing where I promote and I give a little more light to the other content creators, not just on YouTube, but on Twitch and Twitter as well. So what I'm thinking of doing is, maybe not every week, but every once in a while, we're going to do a spotlight for the creator of the week. And our creator of the week is Crispy Kills. He is absolutely hilarious. You guys need to check him out. His link will be down in the description below, so please be sure to send him some love, send him some support. He is really an awesome streamer, and I really think he can really thrive in the community. Description below so y'all can check out his content, and yeah, just send him all the love, send him all the support. He's a great content creator on Twitch. He deserves way more followers than he has right now, so be sure to check him out. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below, because I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. EST. But stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I will talk to you all in Monday's video. Peace. 머리를 빗는 이 빗소리 밖엔 비가 오나 봐 들리는 빗방울들이 땅에 떨어지는 소리 전해지는 전생고 대체 뭐야 너는 비법이 아침에 일어나서 부은 눈이 너무 아름다운 너희들로 조금만 더 누워있길 바래 조금만